Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of indoor cycling. Just to let you know, I had some issues with the audio, so I'm going to do a voiceover on this one. So if my words do not match up to my lips, that's probably why. Today we're going to be working on some sprints. Last week we did hills. This week we're doing sprints. So we're going to do a series of 30-second sprints with 30 seconds of partial recovery. We're not going to reduce the resistance, but we are going to slow down the cadence. So we're going to do 30 seconds of a faster cadence and then 30 seconds of a slower cadence. As with any workout, you want to make sure that you're getting a nice, good warm up. So we're going to do 5 minutes of warming up here. So during this time, we're just got a nice, easy resistance. We're just going through it and, making sure we warm up the body really well. So with all these videos, I'm not going to be adding any music to it, so that you can add any music that you wish and listen to it over the top of this. That way you can still hear instructions while you're listening to the music of your choice. I've had some people in the past, want heavy metal, while others want rap, while others want, house music. So let it kind of be your own thing and going through this. So as I was just saying there, make sure that your abs are staying nice and tight. You don't want to be rounding your back. You want to keep it nice and flat, keeping your chest open, keeping those abs tight so that you're putting about half of your pressure on your arms, half of your pressure on your backside. So as I said, I'm just going to do a voiceover on this whole video just because I don't have time to actually redo the entire video. These videos are meant to be quick, easy videos to get out so that you guys can use them in a timely fashion. So every Monday, I'm going to be putting out another video. And unfortunately, this week, I won't be able to re-record it until probably Thursday, getting it out to you guys on Friday. So I'm just going to do this quick voiceover just to make sure that you're getting what you need. So make sure that while you're doing these videos that you're keeping well hydrated. Make sure you've got water next to you. Make sure you've got a towel. I always like to carry a towel just so I'm not dripping all over the place. This one, now that it's future me and I'm looking back on this, this was a hard ride. It was keeping that cadence up for a long period of time, and it got me going pretty sweaty. So this is definitely a sweater. So try to keep yourself hydrated before and afterwards. And as you can see there, I'm just increasing the resistance little by little, slowly trying to build up that heart rate. You don't want to just immediately jump into this and go into a high resistance and getting that heart rate up real fast. Instead, you want to slowly bring it up over the 5 minutes. As with all these videos, they're 30 minutes long. This one's about 4 seconds shorter, but I want to show you the entire workout in 30 minutes, starting from warm up, getting the workout in, and finishing with a little bit of stretching. If you have the time, I highly recommend that you do a little extra stretching afterwards. As you can see there, I'm showing you that you want to keep your knees in line between your hips and your feet. You don't want your knees going out. You don't want them coming in. If you were to look down at your leg, you would be covering up your foot with your knee and increasing the resistance just a little bit more. So in today's workout, as I stated, we're going to be doing several sprints, and they're going to be 30 seconds, hard, fast, high cadence. Cadence is how many times your feet are turning over, RPMs, another word. But you want to be doing high cadence for 30 seconds, aiming for 100 to 110. Even if you can get up to 115, go for that. If for you 90 is high, that's fine. On the recovery, you want to be trying to still keep it above 80, but kind of aiming for that 80 range. So in 15 seconds, we're going to start with an easy resistance. So we're going to increase the resistance just a little bit and then going for it. Beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go ahead and get that cadence up. Good. Breathing nice and deep. Really trying to keep that cadence up. At this time, I have it right about 110 cadence that I'm going. So just as reference, you can kind of get an idea if you do not have a cadence meter on your bike. Almost there. 5, 4, 3. And as we stop, okay, go ahead and recover. But you want to make sure that you're not pulling off the resistance. We're just pulling down on the cadence. So after 3 rounds of this, we'll have a minute recovery where then you can back off the resistance. Until then, we're trying to keep that resistance up. We're just alternating between a high cadence and a normal cadence. Second round coming in 5, 4, 3, and let's go. Nice high cadence. Still trying to keep your abs nice and tight, locked in, focusing, breathing nice and deep. You want to make sure that you're not doing short, shallow breathing. Exhaling nice and strong. 15 more seconds left. Good. Keep pushing it. 10 more seconds. This is round 2. This is still relatively easy resistance. We're not going anything too crazy right now. Keeping it nice and easy, and recovery. Good. Nice easy cadence right now. Still aiming for about 80. If that's a little too high for you, you can drop it down to 75, but I prefer that you not drop it down too much because that puts a lot of extra stress onto the knees. If this is too hard for you this early, go ahead and back off that resistance a little bit. Make it your ride. Do what you can on this. Third round beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. High cadence. Getting a nice high turnover with those legs. Nice strong exhales. Want to make sure that you're keeping your feet flat, extending your leg as much as you can. 10 more seconds. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Easy cadence. Good. Excellent job. All right, next one is we're going to actually back off of the resistance and get a nice easy recovery for the next minute, beginning in 15 seconds. So we've still got the resistance up right now, just doing a nice little recovery. And go ahead and back off that resistance. Should be a nice easy recovery. Want to get that heart rate down a little bit. Right now it seems kind of unnecessary, but as we get harder, we're going to really want this minute of recovery. On the next one, it's going to be a moderate intensity. So we're going to be increasing that resistance up until it's a moderate intensity. We've got an easy, moderate, hard, and then we're actually going to be getting up out of the saddle and going hard on that. So want to be increasing it a couple good turns to be able to get to a moderate level on this that we're going to be going on the next round. All right, you can go ahead and increase that resistance now if you want, so we can get ready for that sprint in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice fast. It may not be as fast as it was before when you had lower resistance, but you're going to keep pushing it. You're going to drive it as hard as you can. Maybe you're up to 110, maybe you're up to 100. Wherever you are, trying to keep pushing it halfway there. Good. Nice high turnover. Make sure you're not rallying that back. You're keeping those abs nice and tight in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and back off the cadence, keeping that resistance up though. I tried to jump the gun a little bit on that one. Reach for the resistance. You don't want to do that. You want to keep that resistance up during these 3 minutes. Instead, you're just backing off the cadence. Going for round 2 in 8 seconds. Yep. And let's go. Nice high cadence right now. As I was saying there, make sure that your knees are staying in track with between your hip and your foot. I started kind of bow out a little bit there, and I was showing people how to do that. 15 seconds. Come on, keep pushing it. Nice and high. Breathe nice and deep. Exhale strong. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Backing off of that cadence a little bit. Keeping that resistance up. That's the second one. Got one more ahead of us. And third and last one. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Breathing nice and deep. We've got this. Excellent job. Keep pushing it. Halfway there. Good. At the end of this 30 seconds, keeping that resistance still up. We're going to do a low cadence though for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Low cadence. Nice, easy cadence. Good. Doing an excellent job. Keep pushing it. Keep driving it. We've got 12 seconds left. And then we're going to back off of that resistance for a 1-minute recovery. You might feel you deserve a little more on this one. All right, back off that resistance. 1 minute recovery. You want that resistance to be down where you can still feel like the bike is on the road, but you're not doing a hill. You're not fighting the wind, nothing. Nice and easy, just nice flat. You don't want it to be too loose where it free spins, because that could put a lot of pressure onto your knees if that big heavy flywheel is trying to turn faster than your feet. In 30 seconds, we're going to go to a hard intensity. At this point, I'm pretty sweaty. I just finished a strength workout before this, so my heart rate was already up and I already got a little sweat going on before I started this. Okay, we can go ahead and increase that resistance a little bit. Well, up to a hard level. And let's go, nice fast. Get those legs pumping as hard as you can. You may not be able to make it up to 100. You may be able to make it a little over 100. Whatever you can do, you're just pumping those legs as fast as you can, trying to get that cadence up there. Breathing nice and strong. 12 seconds, come on. Excellent job. 3, 2, 1. Backing off the cadence. Good. At this point, you can see on my forehead, I'm pretty sweaty. Feeling pretty good on this one. This is the kind of workouts that I like. Nice, fast, high cadence. Really pushing it, trying to get your legs used to being able to handle faster speeds with the cadence. Second one, beginning in 3, 2, 1. All right, nice high cadence. Kick it up there, try to keep it going. Excellent, breathing nice and deep. I've got a little bit of a wiggle in my hips, so may need to adjust my seat a little bit, but otherwise it looks good. It's all about just pumping those legs. Might just be because I'm throwing those legs so hard. All right, 3 more seconds and back off the cadence. Good. Last one coming up. During these recoveries, you want to really breathe nice and deep. Try to lower down your heart rate as much as you can while you're getting ready to go again. And let's go. Get those legs moving. Pump them as hard as you can. Excellent job. Keep pushing. Halfway there. Nice strong exhales. 8 more seconds. You've got this. You can make it through. Come on. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Low cadence. Keep it going though. Don't back off that resistance yet. We still got this 30-second period, and then we can back it off. Legs are probably on fire right now, but it feels good. 15 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, and go ahead and back that off. Nice easy resistance right now. Kind of flushing out the legs a little bit. Next one, we're going to be up out of the saddle. So you still want to be pumping those legs as fast as you can while you're standing up. As you stand up, you want to push those hips forward. Don't keep them over the seat. Push them all the way forward. Use your body weight to be able to pump those legs. But you want to try to pump them as hard as you can, as fast as you can. Trying to get it up. I like to try to keep it about 75 to 80 on my cadence. You're not going to be able to get it as high as when you're sitting down. But you're going to try just get it up as high as you can, which is different for every person. I always like to kind of get that resistance going ahead of time, so I'm not doing it while I'm trying to sprint, but go ahead and kick up that resistance a little bit, all the way up, enough that it's hard to get out of the saddle. Good, there you go. You may not be able to pump your legs that easily when you're sitting down, and that's okay. You're up out of the saddle, pumping them. I'm leaning forward a little bit more than what you should be on this one. I know I corrected. I think it's on the next one that I corrected. So you want to just keep that chest up, keep those hips forward, and sitting down. You may not be able to keep your cadence up to 80, and that's okay. Trying to keep them moving. Don't let them stop. "15 more seconds of the easier time resistance, and then we're going to be getting up out of the saddle again. Definitely a lot harder when you're sitting. In 3, 2, 1, out of the saddle. Breathing nice and deep. Keeping it going. Keep focusing on those results. I know your legs are burning right now. I know mine were. 10 more seconds. Keep those hips forward, chest up, don't lean forward. And sitting. All right, you guys are doing awesome. We're almost there. That was the second one. We got one more ahead of us, and then we're going to be doing a progressively easier sprint. Okay, ready? Beginning in 3 seconds. 2, 1, go. Up out of the saddle, pumping those legs as hard as you can. Climbing that hill. Nice job pumping them. Keep it going. Come on, we're almost there. Halfway. 10 more seconds. Keep that burn going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sitting down. Excellent job. Okay, so this next one, we're going to be sprinting at this resistance while sitting in the saddle for 30 seconds, and we're going to slowly just work our way down. Okay, So we got a 1 minute recovery. I forgot about that. Got a 1 minute recovery. So nice, easy resistance right now. Nice, easy cadence. Kind of catching your breath after that last one. And in 25 seconds, we're going to start in on the progressively easier. So we're going to raise that resistance back up to where it was on the last one. And we're going to stay in the saddle and sprint for 30 seconds. And then after that, we're going to go a little bit easier and a little bit easier. So here we go, and sprint it out. As you can see, my sprint is not that fast when I'm sitting down at this high resistance. That's okay. Doing the best that you can with it. Ten more seconds. And easy on the cadence. Good. Next one, we're going to do a little bit easier. So we still got the resistance up right now. We've just slowed down that cadence. In 20 seconds, we're going to go ahead and back off on the resistance just a little bit. We've got a few, got about 4 rounds of this. So we're going to just slowly back it off, back it off, back it off until it's nice and easy. Beginning in 3, 2, 1, back it off a little bit and sprint. "15 more seconds. Come on, keep pushing it. 7 more seconds. And easy. Good. Backing off on the cadence, keeping the resistance up. Next one, we'll back it off just a little bit more before we go into that sprint. That begins in 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back it off and sprint. Excellent job. This should be a little bit easier than the last couple. Still high heart rate, but you're bringing it down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slower cadence. Good. Excellent job. I believe this is the last round, and then going into just nice easy recovery for a couple minutes before some quick stretching, and we are done. All right, back it down a little bit and sprint. By this point, my legs are feeling a little jelly-like. So I can see my knees are kind of coming in a little bit. Didn't notice that when I was on the bike, but noticing it now. So need to get some good stretching in today. And backing off that cadence. Good. I know when I'm on the bike and I get a little oxygen deprived and I'm pushing it hard, I kind of change up what we're doing a little bit on the workout. You can kind of tell that I added a recovery after the out of saddle, even though it wasn't in the program, but I kind of adjusted it on the fly. All right, so now we're backing it all the way off. Nice, easy recovery. We are done with all the hard stuff. So just doing a couple minutes recovery and then a couple minutes stretching, and you are done. So it's really important that you get lots of water in. I've got a big puddle of sweat underneath me, so I know I need to replace quite a bit of water throughout the day. I've been doing that ever since that workout. Got in about 40 ounces of water and took a little walk with the dog just to kind of recover my legs, flush them out a little bit. As I'm explaining here, you want to keep that chest open. You don't want to be shrugging. You don't want to be rounding your shoulders forward. You want to be keeping them back. Keep the chest open. Keep those abs tight. Get a lot of people asking me, well, what if I don't have abs? You still got abs. They just may be hiding underneath there, but you still got them. Keep them tight. Keep them engaged while you're on here so that you're not putting all that pressure into your lower back. You want to protect that back with your abs. Halfway through the recovery period here, the nice little cool down time. So we're just going nice and easy. You should feel your heart rate dropping down. If you're not feeling it drop down, maybe decrease that resistance a little bit more. You don't want to back it off all the way to where the flywheel wants to spin faster than your feet. You don't want to feel that kind of jerking feeling in your knees. You want to keep just a small amount of pressure, a little resistance on that flywheel. Nothing too crazy right now. Nice deep breathing. As you stop, as I was showing there, when you stop, I want you hitting that emergency button. Do not try to use your legs to move that wheel or to stop that wheel. You want to use that emergency stop, push down on it, and that will help just bring it to a stop using its own resistance rather than using your knees to stop it. That's a heavy flywheel. It's got a lot of momentum on it. There, I just kind of backed off the resistance just a little bit more, trying to bring that heart rate down just a little bit more. We're going to be stopping in about 20 seconds, doing some quick stretching. And you guys are on your way. 30-minute workout from start to finish. Of course, that doesn't include showers or anything like that. All right, go ahead and hit that emergency stop. Stop the bike. While you're on here, I always like to go directly into a calf stretch. So right there, I'm dropping my heel down. I've got my left leg straight, putting my body weight on my left leg, and I'm dropping my heel down as low as it will go so I can stretch out that left calf. And then when you're ready, go ahead and switch over to the other side. Drop that heel down. Try to get as much of a stretch as you can. And then using that center bracing on the bike, go ahead and put your foot up there, drive your hips forward, chest up so that you're getting a nice stretch on the hip flexors. My left hip flexor is getting a nice stretch right now. And switching over to the other side. Trying to keep those hips forward and then grabbing onto the quad or the foot, stretching out the quads. You want to drive that knee back, hips forward, opening up that chest. Keeping the knees together. Don't let them swing out to the outside. Keep them nice and together. Nice and close together. That's going to stretch them the best. And then switch over to the other foot. And getting in a nice long stretch. I'll be back next week. I'll get that video out on Monday. In the meantime, you guys have a great week. Stay hydrated.